Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons.
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at, of course, the one and only Generation 1 Optimus Prime. But this isn't just a standard review, this is more of an educational video, because what this is in front of you is one of the rarest known versions of Generation 1 Optimus Prime. So if you discount the Pepsi Primes, which came out a couple of years later, this is, again, it's known to be the very first release from 1984 of this figure. And there's a few reasons why. First and foremost, we're going to start with the packaging. It's known as the error box packaging. So for those of you who are unaware, we have an error on the bottom of the box right there. That is the top of the satellite dish coming from the bottom right underneath. So of course they didn't notice that and they packed it and sent it out. The second known error, of course, is if you look here, there's no white borders around them boxes. The other thing to look at, and this isn't an error, this is just before, of course, Transformers a registered trademark. This is just TM, so it's got TM on the box. Just to prove that you're not going mad, or before you run off and check your own, there's no satellite dish on the underside of there. There, as you can see, they have the white borders around the pictures, and of course it is now changed to an R, which of course it did afterwards. So one of the first editions were, of course, all TM. Now we're going to have a look at this in a bit more detail, but you can also see here, see there's these square holes either side of the stripe. These are the metal plates, so this is known as the metal plates bloated version. Again, your standard Optimus Prime doesn't have any of them holes, and the reasons for them holes is because way back, before it was obviously a Transformer, this guy was, of course, Battle Convoy, and he was a diaclone figure, and the metal plates meant that the little pilots, they could actually stand up on him. The other thing, I am going to take it out of the box in a second to show you as well, of course, is the bloated parts. So the standard parts, all the accessories that came with him, the first ones all had bloated parts. And the only way that you can sort of really see this, because I don't have a Battle Convoy, is if you look at this picture here of him, you can see how bloated that gun looks. It looks really big. So I suppose the only thing I can do now is show you them. And as I take this out of the box, you will hopefully see a little bit more. See how the metal plates are reflecting there? See the inside the trailer? I'm going to carefully take this out. And here we go. Just before we take it out, now the metal plates, see them shining there? Much more visible. So what I'm going to do, to save you the excruciating noise of me pulling this out of polystyrene, I'm going to pull it out and we're going to come straight back. Okay guys, here we go. So it's outside of the packaging, so now these are the differences that you can check and cross-reference with your own Optimus Prime to see if you've got them as well. So let's have a look. We're going to start with the cab, and there's only one small difference with the cab, and that is the fact that it's, of course, got no rub sign. If it's one of the very first 1984 figures, they didn't have the rub sign at all, and that is what was just missing from that. Now, if we move on to the trailer, there's a couple of things on the trailer, to be honest. The first I've already shown you, but I'm going to show you more detail now, is, of course, these metal plates. Now, this, of course, makes this feel much heavier than what you've got with your standard trailer. And again, just to prove what I'm talking about and you're not going mad, there's the difference. There's the 4 squares, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom of the stripe. There is your standard trailer. Of course, we're going to look at the stamp underneath. This has just got the Takara stamp, and there is no number inside again, whereas when you get your standard, most common one will be a T2. That's your most common one, but this one, the error one, doesn't have any stamp at all. Inside, there's also a difference for you to look at, and that is all to do, oh no, with the launcher. I need to be careful with these, and if we just open this nice and careful, you have a nice silver launcher there. And if we have a look at this one, there is your standard black launch, and funnily enough, this one's got black missiles in, and that's because the bloated version has silver parts. You've already seen the fact that this one had the silver roller, and of course here is your standard roller next to him. So this is the main thing now. This is where we're getting the terminology bloated parts from. So in fact, let's just show you then. So here's all the parts in the bag. We've got the silver missiles as well, which again, first releases. Oh, nearly knocked the camera over. And okay, here is the gun. So this is the Bloated Gun, and it's quite weird because right now you probably think you can't see much of a difference. But if I pop that there, and then if I get out the standard gun from the other one, which I was just about to show you, the difference now is really, really noticeable. See how much bigger and thicker and fatter the bloated one is? It's it's just exactly that. It's just bloated in every shape and meaning of the word. So you've got the standard one on the top. It looks a lot smaller, doesn't it? Whereas the bottom one is bloated, it's huge, it's got the extra bit on the front of the, well, it's just bigger. It's just bigger in general. So there's your bloated gun. You've even got more detail at the back. I'm going to put that there neatly. And then you've got your hose pipe, pump, and attachment. Again, these are bloated as well. So if I get the standard versions, oh, there's the normal. In fact, yeah, there's the normal hose pipe, sorry, pump adapter. Again, this one is a lot thicker. And then the final bit is, of course, where we're connecting up to it. It should have been connected. I thought it was. There we go. So this is what we're referring to by bloated parts. Again, bloated part in this hand, standard, smooth, normal part in the right hand. There you go. So I can imagine all of you now are running off to check all of your parts and to see if you've got any of these variants. Yeah, as I say, let me know in the comments if you've got any of them, because there's just an absolute multitude of all of these variants everywhere. And I am going to try and slowly document as many as I can with the ones that I've got, and with the help of you guys as well, all along this journey. But yeah, not your typical standard Optimus Prime review, more of a making you aware. There is one other, sorry, there's 3 error box in total, and I'm going to be doing the other one. So if you're watching these in order as I'm producing them, this was the second one, and I'm going to be doing another on the smooth bumper variant very, very soon. So I'll get that video to you. Keep your ideas and suggestions coming in, and I hope you found this interesting. And of course, please take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.